Think of all the words we use every single day, a massive, chaotic pile of text. Now, imagine we play a game. We are going to take every single word in the dictionary and sort it into just 2 empty boxes. The rules of this game are absolute. There are no exceptions, no gray areas, and no leftover words. Every single one has to go into either the first box or the second box. Let's look at this first box. We're going to label it the self box. This is a special container. It is only for words that actually describe themselves. Take the word short. If you count the letters, it is a pretty short word. Because the word physically possesses the exact trait it names, it matches its own meaning and goes right into the self box. It is quite satisfying when you notice it. Language can actually be playfully self-aware, creating this neat little circle where a word is the exact thing it means. Let's test another one. How about the word English? Well, it is a word in the English language, so it passes the test and drops right in next to short. The same thing happens with grammar. The word noun operates as a noun in a sentence. It belongs here too. Linguists actually have a formal name for this exact group. They call them autological words. Successfully sorting these examples gives us a sense of control. We've built a predictable way to categorize the vocabulary we use every day. But remember, we have a second box. This one is labeled the not self box. This is where we put any word that lacks the very property it describes. Think about the word long. Ironically, it only has 4 letters. It is not a long word, so it gets dropped into the not self box. The word French is an English word, so it directly contradicts its own meaning. In it goes. Or take the word green when it is printed in plain black text. It clearly doesn't possess the color it names. The official term for the second category is heterological. Since nearly every word in the dictionary fits perfectly into this second box, our sorting system appears to be flawless. This specific sorting game was designed back in 1908 by a German philosopher and mathematician named Kurt Grelling. Grelling and his colleagues used these specific categories to stress test human logic, pushing our rules for sorting objects until they reached a breaking point. This grammar exercise allowed these mathematicians to pinpoint a hidden flaw in how we reason. To see that flaw, we only need to sort one final word. The word we need to sort is heterological itself. Let's remind ourselves of the definition. A heterological word does not describe itself. Let's try putting it into the first box. If it belongs in the self box, that means it successfully describes itself. But if it describes itself, then by definition, it defies its own meaning of being not self. It doesn't belong here. So we move it to the second box. If it goes in the not self box, it means it does not describe itself. But wait, if it doesn't describe itself, then it is perfectly acting out its own definition. That means it is describing itself, and it should go back to the first box. We are caught in an infinite loop. The moment you place it in one box, the logic dictates it must be moved to the other. Every answer instantly becomes the wrong answer. Attempting to categorize this one word forces the entire system to fail. This inescapable logical trap is known as the Grelling-Nelson paradox. It shows that the neat categories we use to organize our world are deeply unstable. Whenever language, or even complex mathematics, tries to look at itself in the mirror, it tends to create these impossible traps. Next time you want to bend someone's mind, ask if the word word is a word. You will quickly see that our everyday language is a beautiful but deeply flawed tool.